What's that?
Analysis. It is the ruin of a former human residential area.
Yeah, we don't care about your analysis there,
I thought
Zero
this
42.
machine
We have a
before,
tank here. Look at the tank.
Oh,
It's made of gold.
It's the party tank, but gold.
The golden party tank, and it again, golden enemies. They take barely damage from anything except hacking. So let's hack a tank.
The chiptunes music, like this chiptunes music, kind of reminds me of Tetris, actually.
It kind of does, yeah. Also, there is, besides the tank,
Ooh.
there's also a small guy. Right there. Actually, let's take care of small guy first. While avoiding tank fire. Again, these things are pretty hefty, but fighting this while there's also that tank over there. Well, the tank is kind of bad at focusing fire. So
Right,
that's
it shoots
alright.
a lot of bullets,
But they
but
go
they go
everywhere.
everywhere, so...
Kind of pointless, especially when it shoots almost straight up like that.
Now, if you killed the big guy, would, like, the tank, would you get, oof, that almost clobbered you.
Well,
would that cause the
touching the-
little guy to die? Or hurt?
No. No, you have to defeat both of them.
Okay.
I just prefer to take out the little guy first, because the little guy tends to be more annoying while you're trying to focus on the big thing.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, that was a nice case of showing off how overclock interacts with hacking. Also, you don't have to worry about accidentally. Oh, you're still alive. What? Let's fix that immediately. Touching the target sphere that you need to destroy doesn't do damage.
Oh,
Only
it
the
doesn't.
bullets
Okay.
do damage. Yeah.
Huh? He's just...
That sounds like a groan of pain.
Yeah. Eeeh.
Yeah.
This pattern is...
I love it. I like bullet hells. I'll just be frank right here. I'm
terrible
extremely
at
good at them, but I'm pretty alright at them. Like, I've played a few Tohos. I like them.
Like, I'm really
Fine.
bad at anything more complex than, like, a flash bullet hell. Like, there was that game Frantic and Frantic 2. I remember playing those in high school. And, like, I enjoyed them, but I would never say they were even on remotely on the scale of, like, a bullet hell like Toho or the more famous ones, you know? It's just not nearly as difficult.
I mean, these are also relatively easy. You get 3 hits.
Yeah. Jeez.
Brother? Wait, there's more of these things?
That's
Robots?
interesting.
Yeah, of course there are more.
Well, I mean, the golden ones.
Of course there
There's
are
even-
more. Who would make just one?
Just the tiny gold robot and the giant gold party tank.
Like, well, who would just make one of each and then just leave them here in the desert?
I don't know. Also, I realize only now that
You missed that
actually
thing.
Well, I realize only now that there's a locked box in this whole town that I forgot. I'll make
Oh.
sure to pick it up in a future episode. I'm sure I'll be going back to the desert at some point. By which I mean I know for 100% certain I'll be back to the desert at some point. Hello, bulletin record. We'll take a look at that later.
Like at the very
Now
end
we
of the
have-
episode?
Yep,
Oh.
like all archives. I'll only show off archives immediately if they are archives that are immediately relevant. But this one is just some world building, basically.
Well, no, we're androids.
Yeah, and your machines. Hello. I have bombs.
Can you still do the 3 hammer slam?
Yep. You can still just do those kinds of moves. Like, the only moves that really are different between 2B and 9S is the hacking and the basic melee attacks. Pod-related stuff is all still the same. You can still do the pod shotgun counterattack move. all that kind of stuff.
If you were gonna run, why did you
Target
stick
confirmed.
yourself in the
Let's
ground?
get him.
I mean, he was tunneling, I guess.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, how about I interrupt you there?
Nice
you just
weather,
go
never
explode.
again.
Oh!
That's what you get, jerkwad.
Don't talk to me about nice weather in the desert.
Don't tell me about the nice weather. I don't have time. No need for a weather report. I heard that from a friend.
Wow.
It's not very edgy at all, actually.
No. Also, 9S isn't a very edgy character overall.
He's making a change.
I mean, he's a pretty upbeat character overall. Like, we've
That's
seen
right. We're scary.
That. Also, a good thing with gravity is, you know, group them up, and then,
Ooh, yeah.
as you can see, that does like half their health,
Yeah.
and it kills the target you hacked. Of course, we can also just bomb.
Wow. Of course that's your answer. Kaboom!
I just love the explosion.
And 2B's just standing around taking notes.
She's just kind of wondering, why don't I get hacking abilities if I'm supposed to fight things? Because that looks pretty
that seems
destructive.
pretty good.
Oh, I like this one, this hacking minigame.
Ooh.
Because you know, you go to fight the pillars and then suddenly you're accosted by more. None of the hacking minigames are particularly hard, but if you're not careful, it's still very easy to just take counter damage. Especially with this one.
Whoa!
I don't like this one. At least the first time I played through this game, I had a pretty hard time before I actually started winning that one. Though most of these things are learnable, because like I said, it's just a set. There's just a certain number of set hacking games.
Are any
you
of them
can learn.
pretty much pure randomness?
Some of the spheres like to shoot very erratically, but that's about it. And usually, if you employ some
Wonder what makes
basic
them choose these
bullet hell
words.
strategies, they're easy enough to deal with. Plus, like I said, you have 3 hits anyway.
Yeah.
You can you can take 2 hits before the next hit becomes lethal.
These are android
So it's easy
bodies.
enough to
Hypothesis.
you have enough
They were
leeway
killed by
usually,
local machine life forms.
unless you're just
What are
being
they
very
doing
sloppy.
here?
Unknown.
It's like they were gathered here.
And even then, you can just practice. That's what the arcade is for.
Are we gonna
Get good.
learn? Are we gonna learn more about where Adam and Eve come from?
Well, we're gonna learn more about Adam and Eve, not necessarily how they came to be, though. Sadly,
I was just
But we
I was
will-
just hoping that maybe someone would tell me, because my dad and mom refused to tell me where babies come from, and I was just kind of hoping
you
to get
see,
some
when you have-
insight, you know.
well, you see, when you have a whole bunch of machines who
machines
really
detected
want
ahead.
a child,
But
they
what's with
all
these
sort of clump
android
together
bodies?
and create this
Stay
huge
focused.
orb, and then the orb will sort of crack open like an egg, and a baby will come out. As we are going to observe pretty soon, because that cutscene is pretty close upon us.
Child.
Like these
Child.
machines, they really want a child.
Child.
Yeah.
Child.
What is this?
Don't listen to them, 2B.
Don't look at them, 2B. Jeez. Cover your virgin eyes.
They don't have any feelings. They're just imitating human speech. Let's take
Why
them
are
out.
they imitating this part, though?
How did they find out about this part?
Also a very good question.
They've been watching porn?
Ugh. Well, only one way to deal with a lot of enemies around us.
Oh, dang,
Good
that
old
was
wave.
good.
I love wave.
Get you for this.
You think you will.
The fact that you even think you will goes to show that you won't.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm a bad man and I've done some bad things.
Hubris will be your downfall.
Yeah.
In my case, hubris just makes me stronger.
Yeah, that's the difference between you and me. I'm strong. And you're pretty strong too, but like I'm stronger. I messed this up. Let me start over. When I said I was a bad man, I wasn't talking about this.
I was talking about bad as in,
As in,
the
like,
cool kind of
The cool kind, not the... Yeah, dang it.
not the kind where I'm not good at my job or something.
I'm a bad
Pretty
man.
good at my job.
And
I'm
2B
like
here's a
employee
bad
of the
girl.
month, like-
And I don't mean that in like a sexual way. It just mean... Gosh.
She's really good at fighting.
I'm having a really off day.
She can kill real good.
She's really good. She's not doing it right now, but she's really good at killing.
I mean, you should be glad she's not doing it right now, because you wouldn't even know what's up.
I mean, I guess maybe don't be glad, because then she'd make it quicker.
Wow, this is taking all sorts of turns.
He's not good at being edgy. He's not practiced.
Yeah, maybe you should practice.
There's a first for everything.
You know, I have
Domo
the weirdest
origato,
inkling.
Mr. Robot.
I have the strangest feeling that this cannot continue.
This has to be the worst flash mob I've ever seen.
So observe.
And now it's the
babies are
best
born.
flash mob I've ever seen.
What's happening?
Well, you see, 9S, when a bunch of machines love each other very much, they create the orgy orb.
Orge.
And then from
Orge.
the Orby.
Oh, jeez. Please no more
That
Orbeez.
sounds really bad.
Orbeez is already a thing, and I don't want any of it.
Okay, let's
No.
not then.
This is a machine.
Oh, hello. You have nice hair. Also, nice six-pack. Look at
Yeah,
that six-pack.
great abs.
Hello, Adam.
I'm gonna hang a poster of him up in my room.
You're level 1, so let me kill you. Oh, you're level 2 now. I still like that he levels up during the fight.
Why? Fight.
Now, you might imagine that since he is actually very low leveled, that it's very easy to beat him like this. And you'd be right.
Dodge.
Oh.
He is very much a joke this time around.
I mean, I remember
Evolving. We better
this fight
fix
going
this
much,
quick.
much longer before.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. In fact, you know what's a good way to skip a large part of this fight?
Ooh.
Just excuse me for a moment, Adam, while I destroy while I delete System 32.
I'm deleting systems 30 through 32. You don't even know what's coming.
Yeah, if you just want to skip a whole bunch of him very quickly, you just hack him a bunch. Of course, sometimes that's easier said than done when he does that. Because you do need to channel the hack, which luckily you don't lose all hacking progress whenever it's interrupted. You have like a grace period where the hacking meter will empty out,
I see.
and that's already it, I think. Yep, that was it. Goodbye, Adam.
How crazy would it be if 2B had just stabbed 9S right there?
Ugh.
Just like stabbed through him and accidentally just pinned 9S to the ground.
Like, oops.
Machine.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 9S. This. Oh no.
That was not good.
Note how Eve is born from Adam's ribs.
Damn it, not another one.
Yeah. Just like a real baby, as soon as they're born, they start screaming.
If I wasn't You gotta make sure they're breathing.
Yeah. Well, Eve is definitely breathing. You hear that yell? He has some great lungs in him.
Mm-hmm.
Escape scene, let's go.
Ooh. What happens if you fail to jump?
There's no real time limit here.
Right, but
You
I mean,
can
like
make
the
it either way.
like if everything collapsed, would you still be able to just climb up? There's still a
Yeah.
viable path.
There's still enough path. Like if you later in the
It's
game
stopped.
you want to go through there
Looks like
again,
we're
you
safe
can.
now.
What
I
the
just
hell
never
just
showed it off
happened?
because there's not
I
much
know.
reason to go there.
I've never seen a machine like that before. We better report this to command.
We were just witness to the miracle of life again.
Mm-hmm.
Such a miraculous occurrence. First there
Let's
was one
move to an area
boy,
with better
then there were
reception
two
so we can
boys,
contact command.
and if we go here, there's a box.
Oh, I have a question, but I don't want to spoil it for myself.
Oh,
Well, it might be a really interesting answer. It could be a really boring answer.
you can always ask.
Yeah.
And if I think it's interesting, I'll just say, I won't answer that now. I
Well, it's a yes or no question.
Oh, okay.
So, I'll just ask, and no, regardless of the answer, say no.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a difference if you ever hack androids? Because you do fight a few androids later in the game. Is there a difference when you hack androids in the minigames?
No.
Okay. But now you know the question I wanted to ask,
Yeah.
and you might have been lying to me. And I will hold that
telling the
against
truth.
you.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna feel very betrayed if you lied to me. Because I was just thinking, like, 9S hacked into Adam, so in theory he could, if there is a difference between the androids and the machines when you hack them, he would be able to confirm that. He'd say, well, that guy's definitely a machine because he had machine insides.
Okay, this is good. We should be able to reach command here.
Fair point.
9S to bunker. Do you copy?
I read you, 9S.
So let's
Go ahead.
let's tell
Operator,
210 about
we,
the
We
crazy
just
shit that
encountered
just
a
went
pair
down.
of humanoid machines.
We
We
just
weren't able to
encountered the
capture
miracle
them,
of life.
But I have combat data ready for upload.
I think I now
Understood.
understand
Ready to
how
receive.
humans multiply.
Hopefully you can get something out of it.
Child, child, child. This cannot continue.
But before we leave the desert and go to our next plot point over there, there's actually a little side quest we can do here in the
Ooh.
desert. And this side quest we could have actually done during the A route, but not at this point. Because this side quest requires, well, we'll see when we get there. Before we go there, actually, remember the oasis? Not oasis. I'm talking about the oil spill.
Oh, right,
Oil.
right, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm going right now, because there is something there.
If I remember correctly,
There's
that's the word for that is oilasis.
Yeah, the oasis. Well, in the oasis there was a locked chest, so
Yeah.
we're gonna go and open that. There will be much box opening in the rest of this episode. Will be lots of box opening, because there's a bunch of stuff, like I said, still to pick up. I do like that you know, during the first playthrough you have no way of opening those boxes. And then on your second playthrough, you gain the ability to open the boxes. Do you remember where most of them are? Most of them are pretty like, a lot of them you'll just find.
Yeah.
So there's the correspondence that we wrote before, and then we have this email from 210. Which we got about the same time as we would have gotten the mail from 60 where she starts talking about Jupiter, you know,
Yeah.
Jupiter fortune telling. Instead, 210 sends us this.
If you have no problem, be quiet.
Yeah. Pure business. Also, you might remember what else is here.
Ooh, I want to see what 9S's fishing animation looks like.
I'll be sure to show that off at some point. Also, remember these girls?
Yeah.
They're still stoned off their asses.
Yep.
That doesn't change.
Yeah. Drugs.
And then he...
Drugs never change. That's the
That was a
quote,
full
right?
recovery. Yeah, sure. Sure it is.
Nanomachines.
Nanomachines, son. I mean, maybe that's what e-drugs are.
Yeah, that may be, actually. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, this quest guy
Oh, cool.
we have over here. This guy was here before, and before, if we were to have talked to him as 2B at this point in the story, he would have just been like, whatever. He would have just said nothing of interest.
Mm.
But now, he's talking about ancient relics.
Mm.
Researching the old world before humanity left. And you might notice that I already switched to Pod C,
Yeah.
because I installed the item scanner.
Relics from the old world.
Searching for relics in the desert without assistance might prove difficult. Proposal. Unit 9S should use the dynamic scanner.
Mm-hmm. You need the dynamic scanner to complete this quest.
Mm.
Because you can only find the items with the... You can only find relics with the dynamic scanner. So you could have done this as 2B after getting the dynamic scanner, though I think the quest doesn't show up until after you have saved 9S from the copied save.
Mm.
For now we're going to the Oasis. This time I do mean the actual Oasis. There are no relics there, but there was another locked chest there that we're gonna open.
Jeez, the wind was really blowing you around, it seemed like.
Yup. It's kind of like you need to find the right path through the wind to get to the Oasis. So let's just...
Free
Quick
corpse?
grab that.
Yoink?
Yup. And another archive. Mysterious lithograph, number 3. So we know that there's at least 3 of those, maybe more. But yeah, now that we've gotten that, it's time to go treasure hunting in the desert. Now this quest can be kind of annoying, because you have to use the dynamic scanner, and there's a lot of desert. Luckily, it's all relatively contained. I say relatively. Okay, so there's 3 items to find for this quest. Technically 4, but you need to find the first 3 first before you can actually find the 4th one. Game doesn't tell you how many there are, sadly. Would have been nice if it would have just told you to find 3 or give you some sort of indication.
And are the items labeled 1, 2, and 4?
No. No. But yeah. So the yeah, that's just an item you can sell for money.
That's neat, though.
Yeah. Also, actually, speaking of items you can sell for money, there's a bunch of there's a bunch of items that you can there's a bunch of items that you know that's only purpose is to sell them for money, like the machine cores and the things you can fish up from the water, as well as and then of course those ancient masks, as well as the jewelry you can find in the amusement park. That is actually worth slightly more money now.
Really?
Yeah. During Route B, those kind of items get you more cash. I believe it's like 50% more.
Wow.
Yep. So it's definitely recommended that unless you have stuff you really want to buy now, just get your just hold on to them. Just collect as many as you can, hold on to them. I mean, the nice thing is those golden machines all drop like a core each, I believe, or almost like that. So we have a few more cores to sell. So yeah, a good way to make money is to hold on to stuff before you sell it. Now, luckily, I know roughly where all of the relics are. One of them is in this little piece of stuff where we have all of these exploders. So let's clean those up first. Don't yell at me. Okay, that yell just scares the hell out of me. Especially, like, it wasn't too bad now because we saw them before, but if you don't and you just suddenly hear that yell, it's like, oh no, they're here. Where are they coming from? Well, as you can see, the scanner reacts, so there's something nearby. There it is.
Old world material
We found an
obtained.
aged stick.
Hypothesis. Said material is likely a relic from an ancient civilization.
What kind
That's
of
one.
stick is that?
3. I don't know, but it's
Back
old.
scratcher.
It's a very old stick. And then over here, we're all the way to like the south. There's something here.
Old world material
A
obtained.
filthy mask.
Hypothesis.
Maybe they
Said
were looking
material
at
is
porn.
likely a relic from an ancient civilization.
Wait a minute. A stick, a mask. Are we gonna find handcuffs next?
No. There's actually another thing besides those ancient relics in this desert that we could have picked up earlier, but wasn't really on the way. Is if we're somewhere over here, over there,
Ooh.
we find a weapon. A Phoenix lance.
To go with the Pahoenix
Sword, yes.
sword, yeah.
Let's take a quick peek at this thing. As you can see, I really like how it looks.
Oh, it does look really cool.
Look at that. It has like wings and it's made of gold.
And I like the sharp part.
Yeah,
It looks sharp.
very good point to it. Also, the spear is really good for holding the button and throwing it, which I'll show off in a bit.
As you'd
Then-
imagine a spear would be.
Yeah, so somewhere near here is another relic. There's also a box. We should probably clean this out first before we go treasure hunting. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just enjoying the music.
Yeah, the chip tunes is really good. And the chiptunes thing is always just adapting itself to the track that is currently playing.
Yeah. Do you think
Which
they did
means
that
there are some-
dynamically, or do you think they have the two different audio files saved?
I think it's like kind of like how the music tends to change when you get into combat. Like
Gets more
gets a bit
intense,
more-
yeah.
Yeah.
They have like 3
think it's
versions
just-
of the track saved.
Sometimes even more, because sometimes there's also a choice of do we do lyrics or no lyrics?
Right.
When do the lyrics kick in? All that kind of stuff.
Dang.
So there's like probably like 5 tracks or something overlapping.
And then just move one slider up versus down to transition
Yeah.
between them.
So somewhere near here we got a reaction with the dynamic scanner. Ah, there we go. An archive.
2.
So we have 2 and 3 now.
Old world material
Also, that
obtained.
one
Hypothesis.
counts as
Said material
a
is likely a relic from an ancient civilization.
as a quest item for this quest. So now that we have found 3, let's go back and deliver them. Dude, I found old stuff. Do you like
Here's
old
some old
stuff? You like
crap.
old stuff, right? Yeah.
Here's a stick.
Look at this stick. Yeah, it's pretty great, right? It's made
Pretty
of
good
wood.
stick.
Ceremonious stick.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we get some hints here about the nation that used to exist here. Which is actually a reference. Kind of like how I talked the first time about how these machines, the way they're dressed, is a reference to the first NieR. Same goes for this little bit of information we're getting here. All of this.
So we're looking for a culture that lived near a desert and used sticks and rocks.
Well, I mean, this wasn't always a desert.
And
is
that
the
wasn't
thing.
always a rock. It was, at one point, a tablet. Still is.
Well, I mean, we also found that mask. Also, this is pretty interesting. The more they expand, the more rules they have to come up. That is actually true. Very interesting bit is they actually had a lot of rules, and a lot of them were really dumb. They were obsessed with rules.
I mean, aren't we all?
They had rules for everything.
That was not really deep. I just wanted it to sound like I thought it was.
Anyway, I wonder what this guy thinks of
Thick
the mask.
dictionary. Okay.
That's an upgrade material.
Really?
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, look at this lovely mask. We also have like tech manuals and stuff. That's also upgrade materials. A mask intended to be worn by a female.
How does he know that? He's smaller?
I don't know. Oh. Wonder how that happened.
I have my guesses. Yep. I know which one it is.
Also, if you look at 2B, she just looks not interested at all.
Oh, yeah. Look at her. She's like, can we go? I haven't even gotten a fight today.
Also, like I said, the fourth item doesn't spawn until you find the first three. And you deliver them. So the fourth item exists now, and we need to go find it. It's pretty close by, actually. Just need to go this direction. We can sort of follow the line of like the safe area. Like we just sort of move along the edge and then look for like old buildings. Not these though. We need to go a bit further to the north. I guess north. I don't really know if it's north. It might not be north because the
To the
camera's
that
over.
way.
Yeah, there it is anyway. A statue of a girl.
Ooh. Give us your money?
Well, look at how they're dressed
Those
though.
guys.
They're still here.
I mean, they're already dead. Let's be fair here. We have a hacker boy. They're already dead.
And 2B's so powerful she doesn't even need to use her swords.
But notice their hats and their capes.
Oh!
Or should I say serapes?
Yeah, I thought they were the same tribal people, but no, they're not.
They're not.
They look like little musketeers.
I'm not sure if that's entirely what you wanted to.
Oh, that's exactly what I wanted to say. It's not accurate, but it's what I wanted to say.
Okay. I'm glad. Well, I get it. There's a distinction there. These guys are pretty tough. As you can see, they can take some punishment.
Actually, when I was playing through Little Big Planet, and yeah, I played through the story. Sue me. I actually made my character look just like these guys are dressed, with like the hat and the scarf.
Nice.
It was very swag uniform, I think.
Also, this is the only time you'll ever see these guys.
Which
They
guy?
only exist as part of this quest.
Oh, the hat and...
Yeah. The cowboy dudes. Which I think is a shame, because I actually really like their hats. Those are good hats.
It'd be nice if you could wear them. Oh, actually, that
Yeah.
reminds me. 2B got to wear like different bows and like the
Yes.
flower in her hair. Does 9S get anything like that? And also, is 2B still wearing that flower in her hair?
She's not wearing the flower in her hair anymore, but 9S does have access to all of those same things. I just haven't thought about equipping them yet.
Do you ever get
I'll make
shutter
sure
shades?
No.
You can look really, really cool and hip.
The hostile machine life forms have been defeated. Analysis. They're
I'll make sure
garnered
to
from a
equip
subset of human
some of the
culture.
bows or the
Human
flower
culture?
on
Examples of said
on
clothing
9S
can
in a
be
future
found in
episode.
motion pictures that humans created
Does
for entertainment
does he wear them on
purposes.
his head, or
More
does he wear them like a big bow tie?
specifically, in a genre known as
On his
Westerns,
head.
They chronicled warfare in a certain region of the planet.
Warfare as entertainment? What were humans thinking?
What do you mean they simulated androids fighting machines? This is hell!
Anyway, let's bring that statue back to this guy.
He seems
Yes, it
nonplussed
is.
already.
I'm glad you have eyes. Also, 2B, what are you doing? God damn it.
Hmm.
Oh, hey. That's nice.
I'll be real. That's a weird gift to give someone for their wedding.
I mean, different cultures and all. I don't know.
I guess. I don't know. Like,
Strange fantasy culture where the people wore masks and had like a million rules. Ah, facade.
facade.
Yes, the name facade definitely suggests that they wear unusual clothes. What?
Is this a reference to the?
That's a reference to the tribe that exists in what you could call this area in the original NieR. Finally, 2B knew how to navigate a wall.
Path
job.
engine at work. 3 thick dictionaries.
Also,
Ooh.
a spear. So let's take a look at that spear, shall we? I mean, we shall. You don't have any answer. You don't have to answer. I'm doing it anyway. Here it is. Pretty thin spear.
Yeah. Real good at throwing
Or stabbing.
or stabbing or smacking,
You can do many things with that spear.
riding. Probably can't ride.
Also, there's actually one more thing to look at down here. Because the first time we got here to this underground bit was when we were looking for the lunar tears for a meal.
Yeah.
And back then, the lunar tear that was here in the desert, there was a locked box nearby. So let's pick that up as well before we leave the desert and move on.
Could you have left all that side quest stuff for this playthrough?
A lot of it, yes. Some side quests are unique to either 9S or 2B. Like, for example, the one where Jackass makes the drugs can only be completed by 2B.
Oh, okay.
I've left... Of course, I made sure to complete all side quests that are unique to 2B, as well as a couple of the shared ones. And then there are all the ones for 9S. I'll be sure to grab those, as well as all the shared ones that I didn't do the first time around. I'll also do now in this playthrough.
And we got report 6.
So, yeah, so that's
We'll see that
6
at the
and
end.
8, I believe. Yep. As well as the lithographs. We'll also take a look at those at the end.
Cool.
For now, we have more boxes to open. Many gifts, many treasures to be found.
Hey, look, a box. Hey, look, an android.
Hey, look, an orb is gone.
Orbeez.
And another lithograph. And that completes, sort of, well, semi-completes Desert Roundup for now. So we get back here.
Hey, look, it's a...
Also, we
Look
can...
at this jackass.
Yeah. Let's look at this
Hey,
guy. We can talk
welcome
to
back.
him again
Thanks
and
for
get
securing
stuff
access
again
to those
from
desert
him.
resources. It's a huge
Just
help.
like first time around,
know it
he
isn't much,
again
but please take
gives you
this.
some stuff.
It's the least I can do. Oh, and be sure to swing by if you ever need anything, all right?
Thanks, jerkwad.
Small recoveries,
Got him.
come on.
Loser. We own him.
Now, real quick, before we call it a video, remember
I
this
think we've earned a breather.
choice we had here?
Say to be,
Yeah.
I was hoping we could talk about our next move. I'm worried
I talked
about
about
the damage we
how
took in that
if you
last
choose
battle with the
to keep
machines.
fighting, you will
Maybe
just
we should return to the resistance camp
excuse
to
me,
resupply
you will
and
just
conduct maintenance.
continue immediately with the story. Should just showing that off.
No, we should keep fighting.
Roger that. Just try not to overdo it, okay?
It's kind of
Now, if you
interesting.
just
You
wait a second.
Operator to 9S. Data upload complete.
We immediately
Roger.
get this
I
call.
also have an incoming message from the commander. Initiating playback. 2B, 9S. We've lost contact with several Yorha units that were on their
right.
way to the surface. Their
Yep.
black boxes are online, so we presume they're still alive. We've tracked the location of their signals, so I need all Yorha units on the surface to head over and investigate. End transmission.
I heard something about that back at the resistance camp.
Target location confirmed. I'm worried about the other androids. We should probably check this out as soon as possible.
As soon as possible, being next time, because for now
Report. Mail
we have
notification
mail.
received from
Oh.
access point.
we have. Let's really quickly just check our email and then.
And then we should
Call
also
it.
check out those what's it called?
Yep. The archives.
Archives. Let's see this. Oh, cool.
We'll take a look at that next time we're in the resistance camp. We'll swing by the supply trader, see what he has.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, next time, amusement park.
Oh boy.
For now, here are some archives for your reading enjoyment. See you guys next time.